And so I got into therapy, began looking at some of these feelings that were still coming up, and I went to an inner child workshop with John Bradshaw. Anyone remember him? He did some very powerful work with the 12 steps and with healing and addiction and the family system. And it was during that workshop that I experienced memories of childhood sexual abuse from my father. And wow, that was not something that I expected. And as it came up, it led to a very powerful healing process. I wrote my father a number of letters. First of all, thinking that if I could somehow explain it clear enough about how angry I was and how wrong this was, that somehow he was going to write back and say, "Oh my goodness, Karsten, you're right. What could I have been thinking?" and say he was sorry, and somehow that would make it all right and go away. Of course, he didn't say that. It was a lot of denial, and it was a lot of typical things that made sense for an alcoholic and for a person who had the challenges that he had. Getting that letter back threw me into probably what that little boy would have felt at 6 years old when that happened. Extreme fear and anxiety. I mean, what happened to me back then was that, and it's so funny, when the memories came up, so much of my childhood made sense. Why I felt so out of place. And it wasn't just that I was gay. It was that I wasn't really in my body. When the memories came up, what I realized was there was a 6-month period that I had blacked out. Only thing I really remembered was that I was in 3rd grade one moment, and the next moment, it was the end of summer, as I was about to start 4th grade. The front door had slammed. I felt shaken back into my body, and wow. And so an awful lot of my healing was about getting back into my body. Writing that letter to him where I expressed my anger and my, what I needed from him and what he didn't give me, helped get me back in my body, helped me to express what I had gone silent with at that early age. And when I got the letter back from him, with all his denials and everything, it took me about 6 weeks to just feel the anxiety and the feelings, but then I knew it was ready for me to sit down and write another letter.